So our next garden sculpture is going to be American Gothic theme. So you can see we've kind of sketched things out here and try to make it look reasonable and put together some dimensions that might work. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're starting to cut the pieces for the American Gothic garden sculpture. These are the man's legs going all the way up to the waist. Just kind of cutting pieces to look how they go. This is the woman's legs, just stick out of the ground about 4 inches. And then I use angle iron instead of the fence post to kind of look like a skirt. Yeah, I think that'll work pretty well. And then the rest of the figure will be the fence post. Okay, well, we have the skirt all squared up. So we'll tack it into place and do a little welding. Okay, so we got the legs and waist of the guy welded up, the legs and skirt and waist of the lady welded up, and we cut the pieces for the torso, the shoulders, and the arms on the lady, and it's all looking pretty reasonable. I think it's going to work out. Okay, yeah, the lady is all welded up except for the head, and we've got all the pieces cut for the gentleman. So still working on the arm holding a broom. Right now I'm thinking of using a 1-inch T and a plug and welding the plug to the arm and screwing the T around till it's the right position, and then just sticking a rake or something suitable through the run of the T. So rather than try to butt weld a plug to the end of the arm, I decided to use a 1/2-inch nipple and notch it so that I would get more surface area and a more secure weld. Once I have the 1/2-inch thread, I have a lot of flexibility. Okay, so you can see the welds actually turned out pretty good. I'm pretty sure this thing is going to stay in place without any problem. We put a cap over the end of the nipple just to protect the threads while we're working on it. Okay, well, we're getting there. You can see how we use the threaded nipple on the end of the hand to go into a reducing bush and then a 1-inch T, and this 1/2-inch pipe, which is the handle of the pitchfork, fits in nicely. We still have to put the pitchfork together, but we're almost there. So you can see I used a 1/2-inch conduit bender to bend some 1/4-inch rod, basically 2 bends to make a U-turn, and I'll add our center one, and I'll have a 3-prong pitchfork head. To accommodate the 1/4-inch rod that's going to be a pitchfork, we are drilling a 5/16 hole through some iron pipe, and that'll provide the saddle for the 2 outside prongs, and we'll cut that pipe right through the half of the hole, providing a saddle. And then the 3rd prong we're going to put at the end of this piece, which is threaded, and we'll use a 1/2-inch cap with a hole through it, and we'll weld the center prong to that. Actually, the curve is gradual enough, and a 5/16 hole just big enough that we could slide the rod with the curve through it and center it, and we'll be able to leave that without cutting it and welding it. So it looks like the rod wanted a nice gradual curve for the pitchfork. It looks like it's a little bit too wide and too gradual, so we're going to try and bring that in a little bit. We're also going to drill another hole up closer to the top, more in keeping with the American Gothic photo pitchfork. Well, that looks a little better now. The fork things are closer together. We'll cut them down a little bit so they're not too tall. And yeah, the hole we put through there up near the top, and that's just a 1/4 inch hole. The last one was a 5/16. And 1/4 inch we were able to get the rod through fine, and that would be a tighter fit. Okay, so pitchfork is looking pretty good. We drilled a 1/4 inch hole through a 1/2 inch tap, tack welded it, the 1/4 inch rod in place, and now we're just going to trim the pitchfork down to about shoulder height. Just cut those rods off right around there, and it should look just about right.
Yeah, just like this. Do you like it?
I do.
So cool.
Yeah, this one could be a little tougher.
I said, I hope we don't have any pipes down there. Almost. He's getting there.
There we have it. We touched up the green. I still need to get some yellow to finish off the man's hand holding the pitchfork, but other than that, looking good. So one thing you'll notice is that everything is pretty much two-dimensional except for the arm sticking out, and therefore the arm was the very last thing to be welded on. It makes working on a table a lot easier if there's nothing sticking out when you want to turn it over and so on. All right, we touched up the hand with some yellow paint, and project complete. Looking good.